guys, it's Stacey. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a sunset inspired eye look. This look is using a couple of my favorite shades from MAC, one being Amber Lights and the other being Expensive Pink. First, I'm going to start by priming my face with a primer from Boots number 7, which I got at Walgreens. And then next I'm going to go in with the Jouer Matte Tint as my foundation. And I'm going to buff that out with the Beauty Blender. I haven't used a Beauty Blender in a really long time, and I've been seeing it a lot on YouTube lately, so I wanted to try it out again and give it another chance. A lot of the people that I subscribe to just absolutely swear by it, that it gives them a flawless finish. So I'm still kind of getting used to it because a brush to me is just so second nature now. Next, I'm going to conceal and highlight the under eye area with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NW20. This concealer is fabulous if you guys haven't tried it. Worth every penny. Then using the Beauty Blender again, I'm going to buff that into the skin. Taking the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, I am going to use the middle shade on the top row. It's kind of a banana colored powder, and I'm going to set that under eye area. And I'm using a Sigma small tapered highlighting brush for this. It's wonderful to set the under eye, and it's also great to do highlighting. I'm also going to highlight right along my jawline, just underneath where I'm going to place the contour. This gives more of a contrast between the contour and the highlight, making the contour to stand out just a little bit more. Then a little bit on my chin and my Cupid's bow. I'm going to set the rest of my face with a Boots number 7 translucent powder, and I'm going to use a Sigma powder blush brush to do this. I use just a really light wash just to make sure that I set the foundation because I like to have more of a matte look. Taking the Shade Light palette again, I'm going to do my contour. I'm going to use the bottom left 2 colors. I'm going to mix those together using a Morphe, I believe that's an MB30 brush. It's a contouring brush. It's similar to the NARS Ita brush, but a lot cheaper, and it's fantastic for contouring. You'll see it fits right in that little hollow right underneath my cheekbone. So I place it with that brush, and then I use the Sigma small contour brush to buff it out. Love the contour. And we have all of my neutral and warm shades. We're gonna start with this color right here called Beaches and Cream by Makeup Geek. Oh yeah, first I'm gonna prime my eyes using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. You guys already know I find priming the eyes to be an absolutely essential step. If you're gonna spend the time on the eyes, then definitely prime them. So Beaches and Cream with a Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. Go ahead and use windshield wiper motions to buff that through the crease. We're going to go in next with the color Chickadee by Makeup Geek. It's kind of an orangey yellow color. It looks a little bit scary, but we're not going to be using a whole lot of it. We're just going to buff a really light wash through that crease and transition zone. Next, using a MAC Pro Longwear eyeshadow in Hot Paprika. It's a beautiful kind of burnt, a little light burnt orange color. We're going to add that to the top of Chickadee. Next, getting a little bit deeper, we're going to go in with Brown Script from MAC. A comparable color would be Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek, using a Morphe M433 brush, which is just like a MAC 217. Pat just the tiniest bit on the very tip of that brush. Go in using a very light hand, and we're going to put that right specifically in the crease, just right along that line. Being careful not to blend it out too high or put it too high into the transition zone. Then we're going to take that E40 brush and we're going to blend that out. Next, we're going to use a MAC paint pot in the color Treasure Hunt and a MAC 242 synthetic shader brush. We're going to go in and put that on the eyelid to prepare for the two favorite colors. I do a pretty thick coat of that just to make sure we have a good base for the colors to stick to. Now we have the two stars of the show. On the left is Expensive Pink by MAC, and then on the right is Amber Lights. First, we're going to go in with a MAC 239 brush in Amber Lights, and we're going to apply that to the inner half of the lid. Next, using the same brush, we're going to place Expensive Pink on the outer half of the lid. These two colors are so beautiful. You could honestly just put them on your lid by themselves and just buff it out with the transition color and you would be good to go. Using a Sigma small tapered brush, I'm going to go back in and darken that crease a little bit with brown script. I'm going to put a little bit in the outer V. Then with the E40, go back and blend that out. Do circular motions plus windshield wiper motions. Now I'm going to use MAC Fix Plus to do a second layer of Amber Lights and Expensive Pink, just because I want the color payoff to be as bright as possible. You can also use water or eye drops for this, but I really like MAC Fix Plus. It's not that expensive and there are a lot of uses for it. You can also spray it all over your face when you're done with your makeup to set your makeup. Then I'm going to go in again and just buff that crease out. Then taking a thin, it's kind of an eyeliner brush actually, I'm going to go in with brown script and I'm going to put that very, very close, right up against the lower lash line. Get that as close to that lash line as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just keep it close. Then using a MAC 219 pencil brush, I'm going to take the color Chickadee from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to smudge and buff that brown script out below the lower lash line. Gotta love some Taylor Swift. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a smudge brush. I believe it's the Sigma E21, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and I'm gonna take Naked Lunch by MAC to highlight the inner corner. It seems like it'd be the perfect inner corner highlight, but I'm not getting a lot of color payoff from it, so I might need to find a different inner corner highlight that's better. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm going to take this brush by Morphe and just buff that out even more underneath the lower lash line, because I want it to appear that there's just kind of a cloud of color all around the eye. Then going in with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Precision Liner and a Sephora Pro angled eyeliner brush. I'm going to do a winged liner. I've become brave and started doing this on camera for you guys, so bear with me. If you notice, one of the biggest problems, well, besides getting my eye in the frame of the camera while I'm doing it, that's hard to do because I keep wanting to get closer and closer to the mirror as I do it. But the main problem that I have is I always get eyeliner on my lashes and then it clumps my lashes. So have to go back and kind of try to pull the eyeliner off. So I got the right one. Well, it's the right to you guys. But I got my left eye looking good. Then I started on the right eye. I got that one looking good as well. Except the wings are completely different shapes. So I tried to go back in on the right side. Yeah, they're not even. This happens every time for me, you guys. All right, just a second. So I'm gonna take a Q-tip with some makeup remover. I'm gonna clean that up just a little bit. This is why eyeliner takes me so long. Well, winged eyeliner, I should say. So clean that all up and then go back in using that angled brush and the eyeliner, and I'm gonna make that wing thicker just like the left one. There we go, yay. Even enough for me. All right. So we're gonna do some lashes now using the Duo Lash Adhesive and a pair, I don't even know what these are, you guys. I'm reusing these lashes, so I apologize for not knowing which ones they are. But using whatever lashes you like, put glue along the lash band. And I got this new pair of tweezers from Japanesque. They are amazing. They make this process so much easier. So I take the tweezers, place the lashes right in the middle of the lash line, and then I'm going to go in and press in the outer part and then the inner part, and that's it. I did it off camera. I'm using, I think this is a Sephora curling mascara. I'm not sure. I forgot to show you guys. I'm sorry. But I already did the upper lashes, and now I did the lower lashes, and I'm going in with a spoolie just to separate them. Clean up under the eyes for any fallout. Then I'm going to use a Makeup Forever. I think it's, I don't remember what the eyeliner is called, but I'm using a black color. It's a very, very pigmented black, and it's really good for the waterline. So just doing black all the way across the lower waterline and into the inner corner. And I'm going to highlight my brow bone with Blanc Type by MAC, which is a shade that's just a shade or two lighter than my skin color. It's a matte, kind of a matte, creamy bone shade. Then I'm going to do my brows. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Taupe with an angled, it's actually an angled eyeliner brush, but I use it for my brows. I used to neglect my brows so much, but I'll show you guys when I'm done with this one eyebrow how much of a difference it really makes. Because I have brows, they're just kind of light and kind of boring. So I apply the Dip Brow Pomade and then brush the brows over to put them in place. And now look, well, that was really quick look, but you could pause it and you can see the difference. It makes such a difference. Next, going in with NYX Powder Blush in Terracotta and a Real Techniques stippling brush. I'm going to add my blush. Next, I'm going to be using this highlight by MAC. It is called Superb. It is beautiful. So using that angled highlight, or I'm sorry, that small tapered highlighting brush, I'm going to place a little bit of that on the tops of my cheekbones just to highlight. Then I'm going to blend the entire thing out with that stippling brush, just really fast. Now I'm going to use a NARS lip liner, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what it is. I will link it. I will actually list everything that I used down below in the information bar. But I'm going to line my lips with this. It's kind of a light peachy color. And then the lipstick that I'm going to use is a NARS Audacious lipstick. Beautiful color. I love this color. It's kind of a peachy nude. I will also list the name of that below. And that is it. One more step, actually, just kidding. I'm gonna spray my face with a NYX setting spray. It's the dewy one. It's not the matte one, but the dewy one. That is it. I hope you guys like the look. It's beautiful for summer. And that's it. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe below. It would mean the world to me. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye.